All right, guys. Looking at some data today from the year gone past and trying to make sense of some things. So I'm looking at a few plots. One of them was from behind here at MACCRAY school, that we did a few different liquid trials and a couple of different seed tests that we couldn't fit into our normal plot here that was just behind the Condon farm on one of their fields. But one thing just came to mind as I was looking at this, because we're trying to make sense of which varieties really excelled, which varieties we maybe don't need to look at again, and maybe same thing with the liquid treatments. Are there things that we can learn from this year even though it was highly variable, or is it all lost? And I tend to believe it's not all lost, but we do have to be careful, because as you can see here on this map, if I were to take everything here as gospel truth and say that this variety 48K55, one that we believe very strongly is a very solid agronomic package for this area in this exact geography, whether it's from Olivia, Clara City, all the way up to Morris, Minnesota. This one we know to be good. But if we were to look at this plot, we would say it's mid, it's fine, it's not great, actually kind of on the lower end of things, until we pay attention to the fact that, oh, according to this map, our plot is right here, spans from this pass all the way over to this pass. 48K landed right here, which in the red is almost zero. And what that red signifies was a drown-out spot in this field. Very high moisture year in this area, very tough for plants to grow when we can't get the water away from it. This field happens to be not very well tiled, and as you can see, there's a channel right here, a man-made ravine from where the baseball fields used to be on there. So that was a channel for water to get away from the baseball fields. And then there's a pocket here as well, little hilltop here. The hilltop did very strongly, and that's another point that I'll get to in a little bit. But again, these varieties in this circle here are obviously going to show a lower average than the varieties that hit the couple of green passes right here, which one of them was an experimental that we were working with. We'll pay attention to it, but I'm not gonna get myself too excited because of this one little pass that just happened to hit the lottery this year and found the right soil. But something we'll pay attention to, so it's just not looking at a printed plot result and being like, oh, that variety was terrible, that variety was awesome, and taking that as all the information. You need to tie this information with what was physically in the field on a year like this, so that we can try to actually make sense and not throw our data out of whack. So I'm cross-checking this plot with a plot we did behind Condon's farm here, like I said. Also checking with other partnering dealers of ours, like down by Olivia with Jake, and taking some data from up by Morris and over by Milan, and a couple other spots too, just to try to get a real geographic picture and get a good understanding for the varieties that we have to work with and try to make a good portfolio to work with. Again, as it continues over to the good side, some guys would say, oh man, look at all this green over here. And yeah, that just happens to be where some of our starter trials were, which were good and consistent, and that all actually ended up being outside of the red. Do I believe that Micro 1000 as a foliar application is going to bring us a 15 bushel advantage every year? I'd like to think so, because I would sell a lot of it, but I really don't think that's going to happen. But it's a result, I guess, but when you really look at it, I'm not sure that it is. So it's something we're going to play around with more. But I just wanted you guys to kind of understand how we look at things here to try to make sense of it for you, the grower, so we can try to help everyone move forward, not just sell things off of a piece of paper that will make us money. It's to help everyone grow together and do a better job in the field. So just want to give you a behind the scenes look on how we analyze stuff and how we're trying to make decisions moving forward, and to understand all the pieces of the puzzle, because if something is missing, we're going to end up stubbing our toe and causing our own problems in the field. And there's already enough hurdles to accomplish out there. Of all the factors it takes to grow a crop, we can control very few. So let's try to do the best with what we can and pray to the good Lord for the rest. So just to look behind the curtain, hope you all have a great day, and we'll keep trying to bring you good information as we get it. Thanks. See you later.